Hello, Philip here from Chiang Mai, northern Thailand. Today I've got a task for you. I'm currently writing the Infinity Learning Academy page for my website, and this is going to be this is the academy I've set up to help bring a proper education to the whole world. And when we have a proper education, all humankind's problems will quickly disappear, because all our problems come from a terrible school system. What I do is when I teach through something called task-based learning, which is basically each class is made up of various learning activities and learning tasks. So I have my learning materials, and then there's one activity, which might be a reading activity or a listening one or a speaking one or whatever. And then within that main activity, I might have 3 or 4 or 5 different tasks. And I've got a task for you today. And in this task, it's my challenge to you, and do it today, because if you don't do it today, you may have good intentions, but you'll get lost in living out life and busy and so on. So here's a task for you, and this task is definitely best done with 1 or 2 other people. You can do it on your own, but if you do it with 2 other people, a group of 3 is good. A group of 4 is fine, and a pair is fine. 3 is usually very good. But anyway, see what you can do. And if you've got children or grandchildren or next door neighbours have got children, if you can get children, even better, because they'll have more ideas than the adults. It's funny really, because the adults are supposed to teach the children, but really what happens most of the time, because we adults didn't learn properly, we just get in their way. So anyway, I think you'll agree that since 2020 humanity is clearly in serious trouble. We haven't got out of it yet, no chance. We won't get out of it until we change the education system. So here's the task for you. It's two parts to it. So I'm going to read out the task. You can pause and replay and so on. And what I'd ask you to do is do it on your own, but if you've got 1 or 2 friends or children to do it with, or fellow adults or friends, wherever you are, and you can do it in person or you can do it on a video call, is to do the task. And if you do it, please come by down below the video in the comments section and let me know how you got on, and give me your thoughts and your ideas, and then I can, I'll get into a discussion with you as well. So we're talking about the whole world really. So now part 1. What problems do you see in our world today? And you can write that down if you like. What problems do you see in our world today? Question 2, part 1 still, question 2. What kind of society would you like to live in? And the third question, more personal. What skills and knowledge do you feel are missing from your life? So it's 3 questions to part 1. I'll read them again and write them down. What problems do you see in our world today? What kind of society would you like to live in? And what skills and knowledge do you feel are missing from your life? Now part 2 is key terms. Because when we change the education system, which I'm going to do, and I'm not changing it myself, it's what I've been doing in my own classrooms for 25 years, but I'm bringing it to the wider world now, and we need to be sure what these terms mean. So, what do these key terms mean to you? That's number 1. And number 2, in practice, what would you like them to mean? So what do they mean to you, when you hear the words? But if you think further and reflect upon them, what would you want them to mean? So, the first one is education. Second one, educator. Third one, learning. Fourth one, teaching. The 5th one is classroom. And to bring up the half dozen, the 3rd one is task-based learning. So it's a 2-part task for you. a discussion task. Do it on your own or do it with some friends. And this is actually an example of that last term I just gave you. So that might give you a hint as to what task-based learning means. Yeah, well, when am I going to give you my ideas? Well, you have to read my webpage, which is nearly finished. So when I've got my webpage done, I'll add it to the links below here. And in fact, by the time you read this, you can probably see my webpage link in there. So my thoughts to those two parts of that task will be in my link, which is my webpage, which is spiritualrevolution.com/The Infinity Learning Academy. Good luck, enjoy going back to school. This is real schooling. Until the next time, have a great day and enjoy doing the task.